So, we're talking at 2:57. We're on our way out to the farm. We're talking about road trip, people's shadows and projection, and how people don't understand how they project at other people, and because they believe in the best of themselves, they believe in the best qualities in themselves. They don't believe that they could do something as horrendous as projecting their shadow and shutting someone down energetically, because they think the best of themselves. They think that they're a good person, but they don't understand that your shadow has a life of its own. And this is why they need to master their thoughts and master their emotions, because if you do not have control over your thoughts and your emotions, your shadow will run amok at every single opportunity and will shut other people down energetically. Even if you are being nice to them, your shadow can quietly, silently, invisibly, energetically shut someone down. This is why people miss it all the time.
Yeah, and I think that's because shadow works both ways. Because shadow will make you think the best of yourself, and then only the best of yourself.
Yes, exactly.
But accepting, if you actually accept that you have a shadow, you have to accept the best of yourself, and also that you're capable of the worst.
Absolute worst. Yep.
So you have to believe both. You can't. It's not just the low, like when you have low self-esteem, for example, and you don't believe in yourself at all. That is your shadow, your ego working against you.
Yep.
And trying to tell you that you don't have anything good inside of you to share to people, share with people. But you can also have an ego and a shadow that makes you think only the best of yourself because you want everyone else in the world to see you as a good person.
Yep.
And we all want everyone to see us as a good person.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But you have to accept that everybody, including yourself, has a shadow. What is your shadow capable of? I mean, when I understood what my shadow was capable of and how it kept stories going.
Yes.
Subconscious.
Stories, thoughts, movies, associations with images, feelings.
It's you really do have to learn how to catch it in yourself because I don't understand that you've got to keep it in check. Because it's not something that
all
you're
the
going
time,
to eradicate.
all the time.
Yeah.
But you can't eradicate it per se. You need to integrate it because shadow carries a lot of information. You will constantly be dealing with shadow, your own shadow, and what people don't understand is like they can deal with a pattern and a story and think that they've actually dealt with their shadow, but what happens is the shadow goes deeper into a deeper layer to hide so that it can stay alive and keep trying to influence you, trying to force you into situations that will compromise yourself emotionally, mentally, energetically, spiritually, so that it can stay alive, because that's the thing that shadow wants, is it wants control over your ability to direct your energy, your mind, your thoughts, and your emotions, because that's how it stays alive. That's what it feeds on.
Yeah. And here's the interesting thing, like when you actually have real, authentic, like confidence in yourself that doesn't come from ego or shadow, and it's actually real, people respond to that. Like I had someone today who actually said to me, "Oh, when you tell me that this is what you need, I know that's what you need because I know you know yourself."
Right.
Now, if this had been a conversation I had a couple months ago when I was working through something, that might have gone very different.
Right.
Because I was still working through something in particular. And I know that with that person, they were not able to feel that real confidence in me. And sometimes their shadow comes out to play with yours. And
exactly.
And so that was, to me, it was a real sort of testament to what I shifted through in the last few weeks, especially taking my hypnotherapy course. It's given me a lot of confidence in my abilities.
Yeah, it gives you a good framework.
And it gave me a good framework because I knew I had abilities, but this was like a framework that I could work with.
Right.
And so it was very interesting to feel that today, to have that compliment from someone, because I went, oh, yeah. The last time I saw them, we had a very different conversation. And it's not that neither of us were not nice people. We were just both in very different places.
Right. Oh, exactly. And that's sort of like one of the things. People make the assumption that other people are in the same place that they are. And this is one of the shadow traps that keeps people in their little fluffy dream world, where people are assuming that everyone thinks the way they do, everyone feels the way that they do, and everyone sees the world that they do, which is not the case at all. Everything is a fractal. Everything is unique. Our own individual experience is our own individual experience. Except we all have this common ground of being in the illusion, what people keep referring to lately as the matrix. The illusion of the veil of shadow is something that people do not understand because they do not understand their minds, the subtleties of how shadow uses ego projection and judgment of other people, even slipping in the feeling of actual truthful discernment can be tricky. And this is why knowing your body is so important, because when you can listen to your body and have a baseline toolbox, like an alphabet of understanding the manual, the owner's manual of what feelings in your body actually mean. And I'm not talking about the feelings from like the stories or the thoughts that you're having. I'm actually talking about the feelings of projection, of